Hey y'all, it's Mandy, the Sleeved Nana. This is not going to be a long video. I know I always say that, but y'all, it's really not this time, I promise, okay? Just a quick update. I'm not looking the greatest, but that's okay. I think last week I had my lashes and my nails done and not my brows. Well, today all three is done, but my hair ain't. It's like, girl, pick a struggle. So that's my struggle this week. And probably get around and mess up my nails too, because I'm going to work on this shower. Like, for real, work on it this time. Okay, so I had VSG surgery with Dr. Samuel Rossi in Charleston, West Virginia at CMAC on June the 23rd, 2020. I'm 44 years old, 5 foot 4 inches. I've said from the beginning that my goal weight was 140-ish, because I didn't have that set in stone, and I kind of figured it would change the closer that I got to that weight, because when we get older we carry our weight differently after we as ladies, after we have them babies. Fat is proportioned differently sometimes, not for everybody, but for a lot of women that happens. So this is week 36. My high weight is 259.6, surgery weight 247.6. Last week I weighed in at 179.8. So with those numbers, that puts me down 79.8 since surgery, since my high weight, and 67.8 since the day of surgery. And this week, y'all be honest, I have no idea what I weigh. And I'm going to tell you why. Because it was getting to the point with the scale that it was messing with my head, okay? If you've watched probably any of my other videos at all pertaining to VSG, you've heard me say that I'm a daily weigher. I got into the habit of doing that when my doctor had me tracking my foods and weighing myself daily, keeping a food journal and all that, trying to pinpoint if it was something that I was eating that was causing me to have some pretty bad fluid retention. So I just kind of got into the habit of weighing daily when I would get up. I would just do it. Just, how we all just kind of go through the routine in the morning, like brushing our teeth. You know what I mean? Hopefully you guys are brushing your teeth in the morning when you first get up. But, just kind of going through that motion. And I would get on it and write it down. I kept a little book right by where I keep the scale at in there. And I would just write it down and go on about my day. But after the whole documenting with my doctor, I didn't write it down. But I just continued to get on it just to see, And it was fine up until recently when I hit this stall after having VSG surgery. My weight is fluctuating between 175 and 180. I know a 5-pound fluctuation is normal. But this is the same weight that I stalled at prior to surgery years ago when I lost weight, and I kept it off for a very long time. But it just felt like no matter what I did, I couldn't get below 170 actually. And my weight would fluctuate between 170 and 176. So, and I guess all that just came flooding back, the frustration from that period of time, and how it caused me to be down on myself to a degree that wasn't healthy, and I would obsess over it, and I just would feel like, okay, so I lost all this weight just to get to here, and now I've got all this skin, and I hate the way my body looks, and so why did I do all this? And I found that those thoughts and those feelings was starting to creep back up. And I promised myself that I wouldn't let that happen this time, that I would put more emphasis on what I have accomplished. And so when I seen that the scale and the numbers not going below where I want them to go, was starting to do that, I said, you know what? Let me just stay off this damn thing for a minute. Get my head right. Regroup. Meditate. Just focus on nutrition and not even the numbers. I haven't even been tracking my food, okay? Because that too has kind of become more like a chore. And I've made the decision that I'm going to stop tracking my food and just practice some mindful, intuitive eating. Eat healthy. Like I said, be more focused on nutrition and not the number of calories. Although, you know, the number of calories that we eat is super important. Don't get me wrong. But when it starts messing with your head, guys, sometimes we just need to take a break from it all, okay? And then come back in, you know, and that's okay. And I don't think that that'll mess up our journey at all. If anything, I think it will help us because we'll come back in refreshed, feeling renewed, and just, you know, maybe have, you know, more motivation even. So I don't know. I'm hoping that's the outcome with this anyway. But I just felt like all the numbers was just like really taking a toll on me. Like number of calories, number of active minutes per day, number of this, number of that, and number on the scale, and how many inches, and this and that. And I was just like, I need a minute, okay? Now, the only thing that I do make sure that I just kind of keep a little mental note of is my fluid intake. And what I do is I just, you know, I've got this cup that I know is 24 ounces. And I just make sure to drink 3 of those a day. And I've had no issues. So, yeah. And I feel great. And I've still been exercising. Just, you know, just because I'm not, you know, constantly looking at my Fitbit app, seeing how many active minutes I had and this and that and how many of everything. I'm not sitting on my ass all day either. I'm a very active person. I'm a person that actually doesn't like to be complacent and just sit still. Like, I got to be doing something. And I was like that even before surgery. Now, before I lost, you know, the weight, when I was at my heaviest, of course, I didn't have as much energy. But I was still a person like, you know, I can't sit here longer than, you know, like I got a limit of time of how long I can sit here and sit still and be content, and I got to get up and do something. So, and I know I'm not the only person like that. I know a lot of people like that actually. So, every time. But I can get on YouTube and watch these people all day that can get up at 4:30, 5 a.m. and, you know, have a cup of coffee, journal, meditate, do their yoga, and have all their planners, you know, laid out and do all that. And I think, I want to do that. I want to be that person. But I'm not that person, guys. I'm just not, okay? All I need really is one planner or just a notebook to write down important dates in, like doctor's appointments, and to keep track of our bills and, you know, things like that, and a place for me to make grocery lists. And I really think I'm doing better with just that, or I would do better with that, because I'm like, you know, it was just too much. Like, write this down in this journal, this in that planner, and this and that. And I'm like, look, no, I need everything to be in one place. So that's what I did. Like in the journal or the planner that I made that you guys seen that says home. Look, I just made a tab in there for my fitness goals and my workouts. Our bills and everything was already in there. And then goals and this and that. Like, everything is in that one thing. And it just feels better to me. I'm like, I don't even know why I thought that I could be a person that could do that anyway. Okay, so, but hey, if that works for you, then do you. But I'm just saying, like, make everything that you do your own. kind of like, just because you see somebody else on here doing something, that doesn't mean that you have to force it to kind of work for you. You know, I'm 36 weeks out, I think. And if you feel the need to still weigh daily, and if you feel the need to still track, then do that. I'm just on here sharing with you guys, you know, what I'm going through, where I'm at with it. And, you know, maybe if you're facing that same frustration, maybe this will help you to try it at least, okay? And that's what we're here for. We're just here to help each other along the way, give each other advice, you know, say, hey, oh, did this work for you? That worked for me. That didn't work for me. Like, everybody's journey is different, even though there'll be similarities along the way. It's a personal thing. So I'm just on here yapping about this and sharing my thoughts. And next week, we'll see if I decided to weigh in and how I felt about not weighing in. And we'll see if that maybe might have some kind of reflection on the scale. I don't know. We'll see. But if you're already subscribed, thank you. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you don't mind. That really helps my channel if you like this kind of thing. If you're not subscribed already, go ahead and click that, and then click that little bell, and you'll be notified every time I post an update. And I will see you guys in about a week. Thanks for watching.